Wow, exciting day. So RuneScape actually has a brand new peak. Old school RuneScape hit 200,000 players online the other day. Let's talk about it. Now, basically what this means is there's more of an interest in old school RuneScape than ever before. Now, there's plenty of different reasons for that, which I'm going to be covering today. Why I think the game has grown so much in the past year anyways, and why it is becoming so popular. Now, if you look at the Google Trends for old school RuneScape, right, the game was released in 2013, so that's when it's going to really start showing the data, right? And of course, it's going to take off right at the start, and it gets more popular, right? And it has some peaks with some crazy updates, maybe a brand new or a brand new raid or something like that came out, right? But as you can see, it's like really spiking from there. It's the highest it's been. And if we compare it to something like with adding RuneScape in the mixture, right? As you can see now, just if you search RuneScape, old school is ahead of that by a lot. And then if we add RuneScape 3 into the mix, it's a clear winner. Now, the funny thing is I've actually been having a lot of server problems. I guess they're not used to this many people actually being online at once, right? Right when the leagues came out, I couldn't log in for hours upon hours before I could finally get into the game. And a lot of other people from around Canada were having the same problem as well. And today, before I went to work, tried to log into the game too, and the Jagex launcher wouldn't load again. And I checked, there was 160,000 players online. I went to Twitter, and tons of other people were having the exact same issue. It's a weird thing though, because it's great that we have so many players online. It reminds me back of when I was a kid and there would be like 200,000 people online at once, but I guess they got to work on maybe some of the server issues. Now, why is there such a interest in playing this game, especially in the past year? I'm going to be going over some of the big updates in this year, and at the end of the year, sometime in December, I'm going to be making a video on every single major update of the year, so subscribe if you want to watch that video. So the very first thing I think is Jagex worked a lot on account security this year. They made a Jagex launcher where you can import a bunch of your RuneScape accounts into one account and make it a little bit safer. There has been a little bit of issues with the Jagex launcher as of lately with all the server problems, but other than that, I do like the fact that you can just have all your accounts imported on one thing, and it seems a lot more secure and safe, and that's a problem for a long time. People have been worried about security, so I think the Jagex launcher did wonders for that. At the very start of the year, we had the Secrets of the North quest, which released the Phantom Muzpa boss, which is an awesome boss that drops a bow upgrade. That's a very unique and cool bow to use in combat. It's a really fun boss, great quest as well, and it had a lot of people doing that quest and going for the item, right, which maybe had a bit of a spike in players there. Whether you like it or not, it's kind of a weird thing. A lot of people like it and some people don't. We had skill pitches this year. We had shamanism, taming, and sailing, right? And the clear winner was sailing. So eventually we will be getting a brand new skill in old school RuneScape, right? Which this would drive the numbers to be insane. The very first skill in 10 years of the game being out, right? A lot of people maybe would be upset, a lot of people would be really happy, but I personally think it is good for the game's health to have a brand new skill. Now, I don't think we should get a skill a year, right? I think it should be one masterpiece of a skill that would really help bring the whole game together. Have a skill kind of similar maybe to, you know, how Dungeoneering worked back in the day, where a lot of the skills kind of worked into this one skill. I think that sailing could be this option, right? Kind of bring all the skills together. You can unlock new islands that you could train, say, woodcutting or hunter, or even go to a brand new island and have a brand new raid or something like that, right? I think sailing will be good for the game long term. Next, there was Bounty Hunter, right, which is a really good update for all the people that liked PvP. Bounty Hunter is back, right? Now, whether you like it or hate it, it was a big update that brought a lot of players into the game. Now, probably one of the biggest updates of the year was the Desert Treasure 2 update. It brought a Grand Master quest into the game, a sequel that a lot of people have been waiting for what, 10 to 15 years? It's just crazy how long it's been since the first Desert Treasure. It brought a bunch of brand new bosses, brand new rewards, and honestly, the quest took me about 6 to 8 hours to complete. I did it before the quest little Runelite plugin helper thing came out, I followed a guide on YouTube and read a lot of the wiki, but I eventually finished the quest. It was a masterpiece. They did a great job with it. And the good thing about this quest is it brought four repeatable bosses that you can fight whenever you want, which I think a lot more quests, especially Grandmaster quests, should do something like this, right? Because it gives replayability on the quests, right? They design these bosses and these really cool things to do in the quest, but when you fight it once, it's kind of like, it is what it is, right? You fight it for the quest and you never think about it again. So I think Desert Treasure 2 killed it with all of the brand new bosses that you can do over and over again. Another huge update that we had this year was the woodcutting rework forestry, right? Now, whether you like it or hate it as well, I personally haven't even delved into the content yet myself, but a lot of people seem to really like it. It brings woodcutting more alive, right? A lot more players can chop the exact same tree, kind of similar to fishing, right? Before, if there's 10 bots chopping a tree and you go and chop it, like, good luck, right? You're gonna get one log and then the tree will be gone. But they fixed that problem. They added a whole bunch of new rewards with forestry, made woodcutting more alive, a little less AFK maybe, but made it a lot more alive for those people who want to delve into woodcutting. So I think overall it was a solid update. You can't forget about mobile changes. There's been a ton of different mobile changes and UI fixes this year. It's crazy the amount of people that comment on my videos that say they only play on mobile, right? That's crazy. And JackX knows the numbers for sure, right? I'm sure if they see how many people are playing on mobile, they're going to make a lot of good updates and changes for the mobile game. Now, I personally don't use mobile as much. I do have like a 7-year-old phone, so maybe that's the reason. I'm planning on upgrading my phone sometime in December around my birthday. Maybe I'll get a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max or something like that. But yeah, it'd be cool to play some RuneScape on mobile. I definitely should take more advantage of that, but any mobile update is great. Now, the real reason why we hit over the 200,000 players online, why we've been having a little bit of the server problems and worlds being full all the time, you guessed it, it's because of leagues for the Trailblazer Reloaded. Now, I've been playing the Trailblazer Reloaded for about a week now, right? Not every day. I'm working 50 hours a week now, so I've only maybe played it 15 to 20 hours in total, but it is an absolute blast. Now, I'm not doing anything super exciting on this right now. I'm just thieving while I'm editing some videos, right? But this is just my stats from a couple of days. You've got so many different tasks you can do, unlock cool different relics that will just boost the gameplay so much. And it's honestly, without a doubt, the most fun I've had on old school RuneScape in years, like since the last league probably, right? I have fun whenever I play the game, learning new bosses and whatever, but just completing a bunch of tasks and like leveling up the skills so fast and running through the game, having certain areas unlocked, having these awesome relics that give you so much cool little power and upgrade, it just makes the game so enjoyable. I'll quickly show you guys some of the relics that I've unlocked. So Trickster right here is crazy, bro. If you just take a look at it, you can burn 9 logs at once. You cannot fail actions such as thieving, hunter, and fire making, right? And there's so much more to come with it. You also get these boots that are like Silverhawk boots from RuneScape 3 that passively get you agility experience. The Globetrotter, basically what this is you get all the teleports from the POH as a necklace. Banker's Note, you get this little cool item where you can just bank things from your inventory and unnote them, or not bank them, sorry, unnote and note items right from your inventory. I chose the Archer relic, right? Basically this will save you 90% of your ammunition, like double the speed of firing, things like that, and range accuracy is increased by 100%. I've also just unlocked the Bloodthirsty Slayer relic, and this will give a 1 in 25 chance for a superior to spawn, increased drop rates and stuff like that. I've still got a bunch more relics to unlock. I like the fact that you can kind of choose which ones you want, right? I could have chosen this one, but I chose this one, right? It's just how it is. You get to kind of play the game on your own terms. Also, you can only unlock certain regions, and in this league so far, you start off with Misselin and Karamja. My first unlock was Karen, because I just thought it was such a huge area mass, and there's so much to do here. The second one I got was Tarwin, because I love Zalra, I love Prifddinas, I love crystals, the crystal weaponry, I should say, and it's so much fun, right? I think I'm either gonna do, for the next one, the desert or Fremennik. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm probably gonna go with the desert. But yeah, I personally believe that the leagues is the reason why we skyrocketed over the 200,000 players. I think leagues is such a cool thing that old school RuneScape brings into the game. It brings a lot of players back. I even thought about getting a couple of my friends to rejoin the game just because they would have a blast with it, right? A lot of them just play hardcore for a month and then they quit the game, right? But if they played leagues hardcore for a month, they would get to delve deep into the end game content and maybe make a regular account after that or an Ironman account after that and actually continue to play the game because they know what the end game is and how much fun it can be. And you really get to experience RuneScape exactly how you want by playing the leagues. It's probably my favorite content that they've ever released. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I'm so glad that RuneScape hit 200,000 players online. It's just such a crazy thing. I remember just like a year ago when I'm like, oh my god, they hit 100,000 players online. It would never be that crazy, but it is. It's just insane, and it really just brings a smile to my face. When I saw the Reddit post the other day, I was just like, damn, let's freaking go. Let's go, Jagex. But anyways, catch you guys in the next video. See ya later.